reporting the target position.
Ready for takeoff.
Engaging enemy.
We're under attack! Taking fire!
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.
The ship is on fire!
Blown up an Allied destroyer.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Battle starts.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Ready for takeoff.
Engaging enemy.
We're under attack! Taking fire!
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.
The ship is on fire!
Blown up an Allied destroyer.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Battle starts.
This is Tog. He's a tank struggling to fit in.
Tog, you're too slow to be a tank.
Slow and stupid.
And too long.
Long and stupid.
Tog's friends call him awful names. HMS Tog, Hot Dog Tog, Beached Whale Tog, and Togboat Tog.
You're so huge, you might as well be a boat.
That's not a bad idea. You don't fit in with the tanks. Perhaps with the boats. With only a little training, you could be the boat. Be the boat. Think like a boat, swim like a boat, be the boat. Swim smarter, not harder. That's it, good form. Now swim with your core. You can do this, Tog. Be the boat. Oh my. You are the boat. the boat.
T for teen. When the enemy stands in your way, you have two choices. Accept your fate and lose, or fight to the last and win. Hold fast and destroy the enemy. Take charge of legendary Soviet and German vessels in World of Warships.
勝利はあなたにかかっている。
Rated T for teen. Play for free at worldofwarships.com.
Victor, my friend, how's the Missouri? Yeah, the Missouri you promised me, yeah. Coming along? That's nice.
The Royal Navy is here. Challenge 7 other warship nations. Wreak havoc with British cruisers. Rule Britannia. Play for free at worldofwarships.com.
Just when it seemed that all was settled, and the power at sea was shared between each nation, German destroyers arrived. They've brought their rapid torpedoes to bear and established a new order on the high seas. German efficiency at its finest. Play for free at worldofwarships.com.
Once a year, ghoulish forces invade our peaceful realm. And only warriors of good can stop them. Abraham von Helsinger, Victor F. Einstein, Henry J. Hyde. It's time for the ultimate and awesome clash of good and evil. Choose your vessel and defeat the terrifying Rasputin. Get ready for a monstrous battle.
Greetings, fellow captains. On the 23rd of December, a New Year event called the Hunt for Grosbe will start in World of Warships. It will be composed of 4 stages, each of which will start a week after the end of the previous one. Completing tasks will be rewarded with various in-game assets. Those who complete all 4 stages of the event will be given a unique Tier 6 premium cruiser Grosbe.
This is the third and most advanced of the 3 pocket battleships built by Germany in the 1930s. The restrictions imposed by the Treaty of Versailles allowed the German engineers to combine perfect armament, armor, and performance in a single warship. Mounting a battleship's 283mm guns to a cruiser was a bold decision. Now the issue of which cruiser has the biggest guns is closed. It has the largest caliber among all cruisers of all nations and tiers in our game. The gun's armor penetration and damage delivery capability is great, and the HE shells have a 20% chance of starting a fire. To compensate for this firepower, the engineers had to sacrifice the number of guns. Grosbe has only 2 triple turrets. Of course, 20 seconds for reloading is quite a long time for a cruiser, but it's worth it. Let's talk more about the armament of Grosbe. She's also equipped with highly effective quadruple torpedo launchers, Since they're located in the rear, one might think they should be used solely when retreating. This isn't the case. The superb traverse angles allow you to launch torpedoes almost along the course of the ship. These torpedo launchers are intended for aggression rather than a last-ditch escape means. In addition, Grofspee has effective AA guns and secondary armament. What else does a cruiser need? Speed, of course. Unfortunately, this isn't her strong suit. Only 28.5 knots plus a rudder shift time of over 10 seconds. It's all because of substantial armor. It's not thick enough to withstand a battleship's salvo, but you can easily bounce cruiser shells by pointing your nose to them. Unfortunately, nothing in the world is ideal, and to use your main guns effectively, you need to turn side on. But everybody knows how that can end. Moreover, the high armor-piercing capability of your shells may play a dirty trick. When using Grofspee, you should bear in mind that your AP shells can easily go through the hull of a cruiser floating with its side to you. The extended consumables, both for cruisers and battleships, will definitely be useful in case of emergency. But they won't help you survive if you don't play carefully and use the advantages of your warship.
In light of the above, Grofspee is a great friend for Allied battleships and a bitter foe for enemy cruisers. If you like non-standard gameplay or simply want to try something new, take part in the Hunt for Grofspee event. Please note again that each stage of this campaign will start several days after the end of the previous one. Therefore, to be able to proceed with these stages, you have to complete all tasks. Don't waste any time and start immediately. As soon as you get the long-desired cruiser for your port, you'll have the perfect opportunity to try it in battle. You will be invited to participate in the Santa's Christmas convoys. In this event, you'll be able to earn 10 skill points for one of your German commanders and get various consumables and unique camouflages. There will be no other way to get them. Since everybody likes gifts, and the new year is a perfect time for giving them, so, attention! Along with camouflage, you'll get a ship to be used with this camouflage, regardless of whether you've researched the ship or not. It's a perfect opportunity to add 5 Tier 6 warships, such as Leander, Farragut, Bujoni, Fuso, and Beren to your port. If you already have them in your port, along with the camouflage, you will be given the amount of credits equal to the cost of these ships. Additionally, for those who have Grofspee and Tirpitz in their ports, you'll be able to get unique camouflages for them. More good news for those who don't want to wait 4 weeks to get the cruiser. Starting from December 23rd, Grofspee and a huge set of in-game bonuses will be available for purchase in the premium shop. Please note that with each new stage of the campaign, the number and the cost of the bonuses will be decreasing. And don't forget to set off for the Santa's Christmas convoys once you get the cruiser in your port. See more details about the New Year events and campaigns on the World of Warships portal and in the game client. Step up to the challenge, Commanders. Grofspee and other rewards are waiting for you. Until next time.
Soviet cruisers were designed to intelligently assess threats, support attack runs of destroyers, and combine their firepower to strike a decisive blow to heavily armored enemy vessels. Thanks to their good maneuverability, the cruisers successfully dodge hostile fire. Good speed enables them to easily flank the enemy. The high firing rate of Soviet cruisers makes them a dangerous enemy for all ship classes. The barrage of missiles and torpedoes is able to destroy any opponent. take the helm of new Soviet cruisers and gun for victory.
You've come to be the next great action hero.
What?
But there's much to learn. But I'll teach you to be stronger and more powerful than you ever thought possible. Strength is not enough. Use your mind. Learn your enemy's strengths and his weaknesses. You will know your opponent's moves even before they do. Strategize and then strike. Because the secret to being an action hero isn't here. It's here.
Actually, I just came in here for the Wi-Fi.
What?
No. I've really loved all of our time together and all the punching and kicking, and it's great. But I want to show you something even better.
What could be better than Aikido?
Epic multiplayer naval battles, authentic World War II warships. I mean, it's got everything you like, man. Action, strategy. Let's check this out.
Warships. I know a thing or two about warships. Better get some sleep. Play for free at worldofwarships.com. Oh man, I must have been playing all night long. I better get some sleep. Wait for me, and I'll come back. Wait with all you've got. Wait when cheerless yellow rain whispers that you need not. Wait when the snow swirls fast. Wait when the sun blazes hot. Wait when long days are past and others have forgot. Wait when from that distant place word does not arrive. Wait when all those you face know I'm not alive. Wait for me, and I'll come back. Wait for me, don't fret when they tell you there's no doubt that it's time to forget. Even when those dearest to me tell you I am gone. Even when my nearest give up, claiming it's been too long. Let's raise a glass of bitter wine to the friend who's passed. Wait, don't share that drink. Wait until the last. stroke of luck, they'll say, those that could not wait. Only they will never know how amid the strife, by waiting for me, my dear, and you saved my life. Two of us will know how you got me home. Only you knew how to wait. It was you alone.
There are things in life that require a special approach. German battleships have arrived. Only in World of Warships. Play the German way.
Many believe the sea to be quite romantic. Indeed, a peacefully rocking ship or waves gently lapping against the shore can be so relaxing that you forget something very important.
Like the sea is an arena for fierce battles. Click the link and set out on an exciting adventure. Play for free on worldofwarships.com.
What? You haven't played World of Warships yet? Why the hell not? Playing World of Warships will allow you to walk on water, fire at the enemy, torpedo the Yamato, avenge the Titanic, dodge the enemy, have fun playing a survival minigame, look down on others, torpedo the Yamato again, explore the depths of the sea, track your parcel, go to the beach, see the world, and finally sink the Yamato. Do anything you can imagine with World of Warships. Click here and try for yourself. Play for free on worldofwarships.com.
Water or fire, a powerful tsunami, or a furious inferno. On April the 13th, the Clash of the Elements event begins in World of Warships. Choose your element and join the battle. To participate in the event, follow this link to the Clash of the Elements website. Select a team and log in. Now, every battle you play will support your element. Your progress will be tracked using 5 criteria. Battles won, ships destroyed, damage dealt, achievements and ribbons earned, and base experience collected. In addition to your element's progress, the Clash of the Elements website will also provide information about your personal progress, divided into 12 levels for each criterion. Upon reaching a new level, you'll receive 5 coins, the special currency for Clash of the Elements. An additional 100 coins will be awarded to the top 100 players in each task once the event ends. You can exchange coins for packages of camouflages and signals, as well as special upgrades that extend the action time of consumables. Apart from that, all participants of the Clash of the Elements event will have the opportunity to purchase unique camouflage. Coins can be exchanged at any time, but don't be too hasty. There will be a grand prize, a premium ship that is not available for doubloons. You can only moor her in your port by taking part in the Clash of the Elements event. It's a Japanese Tier 5 destroyer with unique camouflage, excellent concealment, and very fast torpedoes. Kamikaze R. The Clash of the Elements event is divided into 3 stages. A stage lasts precisely 1 week. The element that scores the most points in 3 criteria out of 5 will win the stage. All members of the winning element who earned at least 1 coin in battle during these 7 days will receive an additional reward. Before the beginning of the next stage, both element and personal progress in all criteria will be reset, but the coins that you've earned will remain at your disposal. The element that scores 2 victories by the end of the Clash of the Elements event will be proclaimed the winner. Its members will receive a commemorative flag, achievement, and camouflage. Follow the link, choose your side, and show the strength of your element.
A new in-game nation. Powerful cruiser artillery. Convenient torpedo tube angles. The only cruisers with the engine boost consumable. French cruisers in World of Warships. Prepare to battle.
Logbook of Destroyer Blade. The Royal Fleet of Silver Spear Archipelago. Commander Abraham von Helsinger. Record of October the 31st.
The King's flagship, Gorgeous Transylvania, was pulled into a mysterious light between the columns. And then the ship disappeared. I saw the head of the Mages Guild give a signal, and beams from the towers pointed at the portal. I felt that the invisible gate, which our king had passed through, began to close slowly. Without any hesitation, I and my friends Hyde and Einstein directed our ships into the portal.
As soon as we passed the columns, the sky became dark, and we found ourselves in a very strange place. I think it was another world. Transylvania was floating nearby, motionless. Luckily, the king and his crew were not harmed. Far off, we could see the columns of a portal. We decided to tow the king's ship to them. All of a sudden, giant catapults began to fire at us, and terrifying ships appeared. No matter what it takes, we must repel the attacks of the monsters, defend Transylvania, and bring our king back home.
Logbook of Destroyer Hiroshima. The Royal Fleet of Silver Spear Archipelago. Commander Mina Hare. Record of October the 31st.
Transylvania, escorting the king, and 3 more ships passed through the portal and disappeared. The mages panicked and closed the gates with the help of towers. The best ships of our fleet approach this cursed structure, but royal advisors are hesitant and can't agree on any course of action. But we're ready to storm the unknown with all our force. The great mechanic Ivan K. Ulubin developed the inversion charge for his cruiser Savatozar. It accelerates reload times and draws out health from damaged adversaries. Klaus V. Tesla, an expert in electricity and magnetism, equipped his battleship Magnu S with an energy shield, which renders it invulnerable to all damage types for a limited time, and a special aura, which restores the combat capability of allies. My Hiroshima is reinforced with an anti-guidance system, which throws off the enemy's aim, filthy engine boost increasing the speed, and finally, steam torpedo rammer. Nobilum, of the famous physicist Lazarus Centurio, carries aircraft and possesses powerful auras. Eclipse, which temporarily disables the enemy's engines and armament. And Shining, which restores the combat capability of all allies. We're eager to bring down this power upon the enemy, but we must wait. The portal has opened. Transylvania and the 3 ships that followed her emerged from it. The king is alive. But they were followed by some strange ships, and an eerie mist is spreading and destroying all living things. The monsters opened fire. We need to stop them as soon as possible. The mages reactivated the towers to close the portal, but they need time. Until then, we have to hold back the onslaught of monsters and protect the towers.
But we also knew that the thorn in the German side was the equipment.
And then we find out that the Admiral simply ordered the merchant ships to scatter, saying, "Save yourself if you can."
And when they gave this order to scatter the convoy, for us, it's a tragedy for all Soviet people. Because of this lost convoy, thousands and thousands of Soviet people lost their lives.
If we hadn't have done it, we would never have won the war.
British battleships in World of Warships. Play for free on worldofwarships.com.
They dared invade our world with their fleet, taking everything we hold dear. They destroyed our most advanced ships. But we will build new ones, and we will choose the best warriors to snatch back everything they stole from us. My warlocks recreated the area where the enemy's capital is located in our world, for our warriors to learn the territory in which they will fight. It is here that the finest heroes will compete by combat to the death, to identify the best among them. May the strongest warriors survive.
An unusual cruiser appeared in the game. She doesn't have torpedoes, her AA armament is unconventional, and the speed and trajectory of her shells require some time to get used to. She challenges players' skills and allows them to feel the taste of fine English breakfast tea with a faint note of absurdity. Imagine morning mist rising over Devonshire marshes, and an English gentleman sneaking through the haze, thin, stiff, and a little awkward, who left his manor at such an early hour with a rifle over his shoulder to hunt for waterfowl. That's what the hero of this episode looks like. Please welcome HMS Belfast, a loyal servant of Her Royal Majesty. In reality, Belfast was conceived as the British answer to the Japanese Mogami class. In World of Warships, she will appear at Tier 7. Officially, Belfast was considered a light cruiser, but she was on par with heavy cruisers by many characteristics. This Brit isn't that easy to figure out. Let's start with the main battery. 12 152mm guns are installed in 4 turrets. A reload time of 7.5 seconds will be an unpleasant surprise for your opponents. The fairly high trajectory of her shells will allow you to hit ships hidden behind an island, and a low probability of fire can be compensated for with the corresponding commander skills. However, to fire her guns accurately, you'll need to practice a lot, because the muzzle velocity is very low and requires a big target lead in order to score a hit. Though Belfast can fire at 15.5 kilometers, her guns are meant for a shorter engagement distance. This makes our hero similar to US cruisers like Atlanta and Flint. One of the tasks of this ship is to protect Allied destroyers and sink the enemy ones, and she has all the necessary tools for this. Belfast is equipped with surveillance radar that has an effective range of 8.5 kilometers. No opponent will be able to hide when her radar is active, not even in a smoke screen. All you have to do is catch the enemy in your crosshair and gracefully send them to port. Any attempt to attack Belfast with torpedoes is also doomed, because she has hydroacoustic search, which makes her able to discover torpedoes at a distance of 3 kilometers. Indeed, Belfast fits the role of a destroyer hunter well, but unfortunately, the enemy team will run out of destroyers sooner or later. However, this cruiser can cause some trouble outside her weight class as well. Belfast can deal damage even to opposing battleships. But keep in mind that an encounter with them at a distance shorter than 10 kilometers will most likely result in a one-way ticket to the port for you. The first thing you need to do in a situation like that is put some distance between you and the enemy and make use of your concealment. Another trump card for Belfast. By default, she can be spotted at 11 kilometers only. But if you learn the concealment expert skill for your commander, her detectability will drop to 9.7 kilometers. As a last resort, Belfast has smokescreen up her sleeve. The cruiser's struggle against heavy opponents might make you think of mice hunting for cats. But don't forget that in World War II, Belfast was a part of the convoy that discovered and sank the German battleship Scharnhorst. All the features of this destroyer exterminator discussed earlier are characteristic of light cruisers. Belfast inherited good AA defenses from heavy cruisers. She doesn't have consumables like defensive fire or catapult fighter, and is not armed with any short-range AA guns. These shortcomings are compensated for by a very powerful medium and long-range AA armament. If you study commander skills that reinforce the AA defense, Belfast will be protected against air raids just as well as US battleships. By survivability points, this cruiser is second only to Miyoko, and only Indianapolis can boast better armor. Belfast's citadel is completely hidden below the waterline, but its size doesn't allow you to effectively use this advantage. Let's summarize. We have a fairly well-armored cruiser, armed with quick-firing guns and equipped with smoke generator and surveillance radar. It's a premium ship that has a permanent camouflage, brings in extra income, and can train commanders for any British ship without the need for retraining. However, Belfast is quite demanding, like true nobility should be. She doesn't excuse mistakes in combat situations and requires good gunnery skills. Keep your distance, don't overestimate your strength, calculate enemy moves, and victory will be yours. Destroyer Leader Leningrad was the first ship designed and constructed entirely in the USSR, and Soviet engineers endowed her with huge survivability potential. She fought in the Baltic Sea, starting with the Winter War of 1939 to 1940, and ending with lifting the blockade from the city of Leningrad. She was damaged by enemy artillery and aircraft many times, but always returned to service after repairs. In our game, the newcomer sits at Tier 7, where she'll have to compete for a place in the sun with such popular ships as Kiev and Mahan. To say nothing of the other 3 destroyers at this tier. Will she be able to win the audience's favor? Let's take a look. We'll start with the survivability. She has 15,200 hit points. Only Bliskavica has a negligible 2% more. Other destroyers can only dream of such stats. A low hull is another advantage, as it makes it harder to hit Leningrad. Combine these features with the rudder shift time of 3.7 seconds, and you have a very difficult target. Another important thing is that no ship in the game is able to outrun Leningrad. With a top speed of 43 knots, she's even faster than Kiev by half a knot. It's hard to imagine a Soviet destroyer without their famous 130mm guns, with excellent ballistics and decent firing range. Leningrad has 5 of them in separate turrets. It's fewer than on Kiev, but this way you won't lose a third of your firepower if one turret is knocked out. Unfortunately, their rotation speed isn't so great, which is remedied with the expert marksman skill. What is really uncharacteristic for a Soviet destroyer is Leningrad's concealment. Her detectability range of 7.3 kilometers allows her to fight for control points in the domination mode. Only a Japanese destroyer can beat her in terms of concealment. A short-range engagement with her US or Polish counterparts means trouble. The advantage in survivability won't save you, but Leningrad still has a trick up her sleeve. How many times have the torpedoes from your Kiev sunk just a few meters short of their target, hiding in a smokescreen? Leningrad's torpedoes are a force to be reckoned with. They have a range of 8 kilometers, a speed of 60 knots, and decent damage. It's enough to comb the smoke or sink a battleship. Leningrad is an amazingly versatile ship. She's not perfect, but her advantages outweigh her shortcomings. Leningrad shows flexibility in different circumstances and can use her strong points to prevail in any situation. It all depends on the team composition and your playstyle. We recommend a standard set of upgrades for her. Main Armaments Modification 1, Aiming Systems Modification 1, Damage Control System Modification 1, and Propulsion Modification 2. Any Soviet destroyer captain suits her as long as he has the expert marksman skill. With Leningrad, you have the ability to turn almost every situation to your advantage, while the number of tactical approaches available is limited only by your imagination. A floating fortress with impenetrable armor and powerful anti-aircraft armament. Please welcome battleship Grosser Kurfürst. Despite the fact that this steel giant was never built in reality, in World of Warships, we have a chance to test her combat capability. Heavily armored and armed to the teeth, Grosser Kurfürst makes a strong impression with both her gorgeous exterior and tremendous firepower. Go forth and destroy. That's the motto of this mighty German warrior. Pushkin wrote, "Where it unsubdued and towering stands." We can sing odes to German battleships all day long, but we'll try to keep it factual. Let's see what wonders were hidden in the blueprints. Grosser Kurfürst has very good armor, up to 380 millimeters. Her citadel is hard to penetrate. Auxiliary armament is very durable. And turrets are extremely dangerous. Each of the 4 primary armament turrets has 3 406mm guns that can be upgraded to 420mm guns. It's up to you which guns to select. But if you enjoy delivering heavy blows, the biggest caliber is your weapon of choice. The range of fire is more than 20 kilometers, which is only average at Tier 10. Grosser Kurfürst has 2 primary armament turrets on the bow and 2 on the aft. This means that you can not only lead an attack, but in the case of a forced retreat, you can discourage the enemy from pursuing with fire from your aft battery. More than 15 tons of metal in a broadside and a decent turret rotation speed make your adversaries tremble with fear when your barrels turn in their direction. You can see for yourself. So, what about the shortcomings of our German Knight? They are similar to other battleships. She's sluggish and very detectable, which makes her an easy target for destroyers. Hence, Target Acquisition System is an obligatory modification. As for other upgrades, the recommended set is pretty standard. Main Armaments Modification 1 in the first slot, AA Guns Modification 2 and AA Guns Modification 3 in the second and third slots accordingly, and the Damage Control System upgrade. The secondary armament of this staunch giant has excellent damage and accuracy. No one can escape it. And what are those meteors falling all around you? It's the enemy aviation. The German has one of the most powerful AA defenses among Tier 10 battleships. What to reinforce with commander skills is up to you. It depends on your playstyle. We strongly advise against rushing forward on this battleship without proper reconnaissance and cover, but don't get too far away from the battle either. Work with cruisers and support them with fire. This battleship is most efficient at an average distance of between 12 and 16 kilometers. The dream of German engineers made a reality. The 12 420mm guns will convince anyone who has played on this ship at least once. The secondary armament with an effective range of more than 10 kilometers, an excellent AA defense, and enormous survivability. All this steel fortress needs is a reliable captain. A captain able to tame this armored monster bristling with guns and make good use of all this power. This battleship was created to force her way through. She's like an avalanche that can't be stopped. You still feel like you're missing something? Maybe it's another grosser Kurfürst. Call your friends and join the battle together.
Have you ever dreamt about a fast and well-armored battleship? Please welcome Premium Tier 6 Battleship, Prince Eitel Friedrich. Speed, armor, power. Watch the full review on December 24th.